How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to change the oil in my wife's 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. This should be pretty much the same for a 2017 up to a 2023. Probably not including the hybrid models. I'm assuming those are a little different. But first things first, I'm going to just drive this around just a couple minutes just to get the oil a little warm. That'll make things a little bit easier when it comes to draining. So let's get started. What you'll need to complete this job is pretty basic. You'll need an oil pan that holds at least 5 quarts of oil. It's good to have an oil funnel. You will want to have a ratchet, an extension for your ratchet. You'll need a 24mm socket, a 13mm socket. Not required, but recommended, a torque wrench. Also not required, but recommended, a little pick, or you can use a knife or a little screwdriver. A flathead screwdriver or a knife will work. I'll show you that later. Obviously you need your filter. I use Mopar. There's the part number for you. And your oil. I'm using Pennzoil Platinum. That's 0W20, what the Pacifica uses. It's also a great idea to have some shop towels on hand. I also have some towels I'm going to use to crawl around under the car with, so I'm not just on the bare concrete. So as far as lifting the front, there's a few different ways you can go about it. Probably the safest and easiest would be to use some automotive ramps and drive up. You can also park on top of a curb. However, that might be hard to do with the low front end of the Pacifica. What I'm doing is I'm using a jack to lift up the vehicle, and I've placed jack stands under the front. However, the Pacifica does not really have a good place for jack stands. It just has the 4 pinch welds at each corner, but that's where you have to lift it from with the jack. So when you're lifting, like right there with my jack, you can't really put a jack stand there. So what I've done is I've placed jack stands under the control arms. It's not going to hurt them. Please note I am placing them more towards the center. If you place them out here, it's going to be unstable because there's a lot of travel there. So I've placed those. I'll show you the other one right there towards the very center of the vehicle at the control arm where there's not much movement. Since we're ready to start, I'm going to show you where everything is that you'll need in the engine bay. Here's where you fill oil. Obviously it tells you what kind of oil you need, 0W20. And then our filter is going to be hiding right in this housing right here. That's where that 24mm socket goes. We'll unscrew that and pull it out, and the filter rests inside here. So let's go ahead and pop this open. This will help our oil drain a little easier, having some air there. I'm just going to leave that like that. And now we can go into the car and take out the drain bolt. So you have a good frame of reference, I'm going to show you where the drain plug is. So on the passenger side of the vehicle, we're going under here. Right here, you see this little door. We're going to pop this little door off, and then our drain plug's going to be right in there. Now we're going to take our screwdriver or just a knife or something flat, and we're going to twist this little lock to the unlock position. Now this little trap door will fall open and hang there. You can pull this out if you want to, or just let it dangle. But here's our drain plug. And you're going to take your 13mm socket, and we're going to undo this. If yours is like mine and whoever last changed your oil welded it on, you might have to use some force to get this off. I already did that off camera, but you just know you might have to put a little force in it. So now mine's pretty loose. If you have gloves, now is a good time to use them, but make sure your drain pan is kind of at least right here, but you definitely want it further this way because it's going to square out that way. So with this pretty loose, I'm just going to kind of twist it off until it shoots out there. There we go. Just set your drain plug aside, and we're going to let this drain. While we continue to let the oil drain out, now we can take care of our oil filter. So we're going to grab that ratchet, extension, and the 24mm socket. Place it on our housing here. Sorry for bumping the camera there. We're going to unscrew this. Now it should be able to be taken out by hand. Yep. Alright, and the whole thing's going to come out. Just kind of drip, 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 tap a little bit. And be careful, this thing can be kind of warm. I'm just going to let it sit there while I grab my new one. So here's the new one. You notice there's a little O-ring right there. Let's set that aside. You're going to come with a new big O-ring. So I'm going to set that aside as well. And I'm going to have this here to put my old filter in. So tap, tap, tap. I'll just place that in here, squeeze it. It should kind of click out. There we go. Careful, there can be a little messy. I'm going to set that back down there and set this somewhere we'll get oil everywhere. So now we need to take our filter housing and we're going to remove this O-ring right here and replace it with this other one. So here's where your pick, knife, or whatever, if you can probably do it with your fingers, will come in handy. But the pick makes it real easy. Set that back down. Set that aside. Now I'm going to take some of my new oil and put a little bit on that new O-ring and pop it back on the filter housing. Just a little bit. And then drop it into the engine bay. Alright, before I put the new O-ring on, I'm going to give this just a little wipe down. Getting dirty oil off of it. Alright, looks good. Now I'm going to take my nice clean and lubed oil or O-ring that's not crusty from things from where I dropped it in the engine bay. We're going to pull it over all the way down to the bottom so it's sat in this little groove below the threads. Here's a better shot of how that O-ring should be seated. Realize I didn't really show that well on camera, so there you go. It should be in this little groove. Now we can take our new filter, the flat end, you're just going to click it in. Just like that. We're going to place this in here and just get it hand tight for now. Now I'm going to come back with my ratchet and 24mm socket. I'm going to get this tightened down. Just want it tight. You don't want to be cranking it. So just do it until it feels snug. That's snug right there. Alright, let's go check on the oil draining. If it's good, we can put in our drain plug and get to filling this thing up. Alright, our oil seems to be pretty much finished draining. I'm just going to take a shop rag and wipe a little bit off here. We're going to pop that drain plug back in. quick wipe here. So you can probably get away with just tightening this thing pretty tight and calling it a day, but I'm going to actually do it the correct way. I'm going to use a torque wrench. Chrysler says 20 foot-pounds to torque this guy, so let's get that torque down. 20 foot-pound is not a lot. And whoever changed oil last time did not use a torque wrench, because it was definitely torqued to more than 20 foot-pounds. Now we can go ahead and put this thing back up. Use our screwdriver to lock it in place. All right, let's go put some oil in it. Now that we're finished underneath the van, I'm going to go ahead and lower it. With everything buttoned up, now we can add oil. Take your funnel and your oil, and we're going to add all 5 quarts. Place your cap. For the last step, we are going to reset the oil life meter. If you change your oil every 5,000 miles and keep track of it that way, this really isn't too important, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. We're going to go ahead and turn the van off, and then we're going to turn it on, just the ignition, so that all the lights are on, just like that. And using our menu buttons here, up, down, and OK, in the gauge cluster, we're going to scroll until we see vehicle info. All right, here we can scroll and we'll find oil life. You might have to do more scrolling. Mine was right there, but it says to hold OK to reset, so I'm going to do that right now. Alright, and we're reset. Alright guys, that's it. I'm going to take this thing over to the auto store and dump this used oil in the recycle bins, and I'll check the oil while I'm there to make sure everything looks alright, but otherwise we're all set. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a good one.